guys, Ace here. To start things off, I'd like to give a subscriber shout out to Stephen Owlett. With that out of the way, let's get to today's topic. Today's video will be a special video where I talk about the different variations of Pikachu and Pichu and how they could be used in the future of the Pokemon franchise. And by variations, I mean physical features completely unique to specific characters in the games or anime. I'll be excluding examples like Ukulele Pichu from Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs because it's basically just a regular Pichu that learned how to play a musical instrument. As well as Sparky and the older Pichu brothers, since all they have that's unique is a hairstyle that could be given to any Pokemon with fur. I also won't be talking about any unique Raichu because as far as I know there aren't really that many. So without further ado, let's get started. Pikachu, of course, was one of the first 151 Pokemon introduced in the first generation, and by the time Pokemon Yellow came out, it was the Pokemon mascot. Pikachu at this time was already pretty unique, since the one you got in Yellow refused to evolve unless you traded it, and it was the only Pokemon that would follow the trainer around. You could even turn around and talk to it to find out what it was feeling. This was something that was reflected by Ash's Pikachu in the anime, with the added bonus of being able to KO a ground-type Pokemon with an electric attack. Twice. Whoops. However, as far as physical appearance goes, it was no different than any other average Pikachu in the games or anime. The first example of a truly unique Pikachu came in 1999 with the first Pokemon movie. After Ash and a bunch of other trainers battled against Mewtwo and lost, Mewtwo kidnapped their Pokemon and cloned them. Ash of course goes to rescue his Pokemon and in the process interferes with the machine as it's cloning Pikachu. The resulting clone was therefore formed with jagged ear tips. Whether or not this was Ash's doing is all up to speculation, however. In any case, by the time the movie ended, the clone Pikachu, which most fans dubbed Pikachu, flew off into the distance with Mewtwo with nothing to show for his personality but an internet meme. Pikachu's character was developed slightly more in the special episode Mewtwo Returns, where he proclaimed, "Why am I such a mess? I am not just a mess." And
there's something out there far from my home, a longing that I've never known.
However, I personally still wish they would have done more with him. Generation 2 introduced both Pichu, which is Pikachu's pre-evolution, and Shiny Pikachu and Pichu, which are slightly darker in color. But since all Pokemon got shiny forms and a good few of them got baby pre-evolutions, these changes weren't really all that special. Generation 3 gave us even less with just an item and a move. The Light Ball, which doubles a Pikachu's special attack, could be used in breeding to create a Pichu that knows Volt Tackle, a move exclusive to the Pikachu line. In Generation 4 we got a couple of pretty significant changes, the first of which being female Pikachu. To elaborate further on this, I'm going to hand it over to NotMolo, who some of you guys may know as that guy who created that video game that I've been playing on my channel.
In the 4th generation, many Pokemon, including Pikachu, Scizor, Alakazam, Blaziken, and many others got minor differences between genders. Unlike Nidoran, however, both genders remained in the same species in the Pokédex. Pikachu's gender difference started as a notch in the end of the tail for female, which changed to a heart-shaped tail end in later generations. This, coupled with Pikachu's shiny form, meant that a trainer could have 4 different variations of Pikachu on their team.
The other variation Generation 4 added was Spiky-eared Pichu, also known as Knot-eared Pichu in Japan. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it was an event Pokemon that couldn't evolve because it had apparently been time traveling too much. This could be considered a clever bit of continuity from the Mystery Dungeon Explorers games where the two heroes had the same problem after the main storyline. It may also have a connection to Spiky-eared Pichu's movie appearance where it belonged to a man in Roman times. Also noteworthy is that both of these incarnations were female and the spikes were always on the left ear. This little tidbit will be important later. Not much significant happened for Pikachu in Generation 5 unless you count it being able to learn Electro Ball, so I'm just going to skip over to Generation 6. In Gen 6 we got maybe the most significant and nerdiest variation of Pichu yet, Cosplay Pikachu. For more on the awesome nerdiness of this Pikachu variation, I give you famed PokeTuber AceTrainerLiam.
Hey everybody, AceTrainerLiam here. I want to thank Ace for having me on today. Cosplay Pikachu, much like the Spiky-eared Pichu, is an event Pokemon you receive in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire after you participate in your first contest. Also like the Spiky-eared Pichu, Cosplay Pikachu cannot evolve or breed. On its own, without cosplay, or in its naked form I suppose you could say, hubba hubba, it has the feature of a black heart shape on its tail. It should also be noted that this variant of Pikachu is always female. Her cosplays are based on the 5 Pokemon contest types: Rockstar for coolness, Belle for beauty, Popstar for cuteness, PhD for cleverness, and Libre for toughness. Each one also has its own special move. Rockstar Pikachu has Meteor Mash, Belle Pikachu has Icicle Crash, Popstar Pikachu has Draining Kiss, Pikachu PhD has Electric Terrain, and Libre Pikachu has Flying Press. Considering the fact there's a model in the game for Shiny Cosplay Pikachu, it's theoretically possible for there to be up to 16 variations of Pikachu in one game. In the X and Y series of the anime, one episode featured several Cosplay Pikachu as actors in a movie being filmed. Rockstar Pikachu and Libre Pikachu, however, were both played by normal male Pikachu in costume, meaning that any Pikachu could potentially be a Cosplay Pikachu. Now that that's over with, I've got some tea to drink. Because I'm so British. Remember guys, keep on training. Back to you, Ace.
Oh, right. Now on to my main point. After all these variations of Pikachu and Pichu relate, and what could their future be in the next generation of Pokemon? Well, I have a theory for a way Game Freak could make it possible to obtain all the variations of Pikachu and Pichu with just a male Pikachu, a female Pikachu, and an item. This would be a bit of a mouthful, so bear with me. Remember when I said in Gen 3 the Light Ball was introduced and allowed you to breed a Pichu that knows Volt Tackle? Well, perhaps the same item or a similar one could be used to breed a Spiky-eared Pichu with Volt Tackle. Whether or not the Pichu will be Spiky-eared could depend on which parent holds the Light Ball, which Pokemon the female Pikachu breeds with, or could just be random like shiny Pokemon. However this happens, you will now have a Spiky-eared Pichu. The next part of my theory depends on what gender the Pichu is. As I mentioned before, so far all Spiky-eared Pichu are female and the spikes are on the left ear. So if there's a male Spiky-eared Pichu where the spikes are on the right ear? Now here comes the interesting part. Game Freak could scrap the idea that Spiky-eared Pichu can't evolve and let it evolve into one of 2 forms depending on its gender. Female Spiky-eared Pichu could evolve into Cosplay Pikachu, and male Spiky-eared Pichu could evolve into Pikachu. I know, it's simple, right? Now for extra fun, you can make the female Spiky-eared Pichu more common than the male ones, and you can scrap the idea that Cosplay Pikachu can't breed, so that when either it or Pikachu breeds with another Pikachu, it's guaranteed to create a Spiky-eared Pichu. And what about their Raichu stages, you may ask? Well, in my opinion, Game Freak could either create a unique form of Raichu for each of the Pikachu variations, or they could give them Mega Evolutions. I mean, it's not like it wouldn't be warranted. With all the fan art and fiction out there, it's clear to see there are a lot of people that would love to see Pikachu skip Raichu altogether and go straight to Mega Pikachu, and this would be Game Freak's opportunity to give them just that. And for people who still want Mega Raichu, they can always save that for the regular Pikachu line. Now for the question I'm sure you're all begging to be answered. Which is my favorite Pikachu or Pichu variation? Personally, I would have to say Pikachu, just because his portrayal on Mewtwo Returns really hit a soft spot with me, and I would love to see more done with him. Let's hear what our guest stars have to say.
My favourite is Pikachu Libre cosplay. I like his design and Flying Press is awesome.
Well, I'm sure this isn't the popular opinion, but my favourite variant of Pikachu is the original male Pikachu. No heart-shaped tail, no cosplay, nothing. Just standard, normal Pikachu. Closely followed by Pikachu Libre, because, you know, wrestling and stuff.
Or your favorite Pikachu and Pichu variations? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe so you can be mentioned in my next video. So until next time, bye.
Pikachu! Pikachu! You must have Pikachu!